Hi, everybody. Welcome back to That's Debatable. It's Pride Month, so you guys already know we are going to be digging in or talking about the best parties in New York City for Pride Month. Only place you should be for Pride. So we are currently in June, which is funny because I'm shooting this in May, but we're in June now, and it is Pride Month, and I love Pride Month. It is so chaotic. I say it's like almost like New York Fashion Week, but like a little bit on crack, and also just a lot more free, a lot more lax. Like it's really just about having a good time. And I've done Pride almost every year since high school. Every year it's a little different. Like for the first 2 years, I just strictly went to the parade because I was underage, so I couldn't get into the bars or any of the stuff, which I'm not advocating, saying that underage drinking is not okay and you shouldn't do it. It's illegal. But I was able to get into some of the bars because, I mean, it's Pride. Anything goes for Pride. And not everything though. Like let's keep it safe. Let's keep it cute. But I've done Pride a good amount of times now where I'm just like, I know what I'm gonna probably do this year. And there's a couple of spots in New York where are must-haves for Pride. Must-haves. One of them on the top of the list is gonna be Bain. Bain, which is right next to the Boom Boom Room. The Boom Boom Room throws amazing parties. They do a lot of New York Fashion Week parties. They do, I think, some parties, but not some Pride parties, not too many. But if you go right next door, go to Bain, anything Suzanne Barch, TikTok or Google. I say TikTok because I don't use Google as much as I use TikTok now. But Google anything, any Suzanne Barch party, you're gonna have the time of your life. Not only does it feel like such a safe space, but it feels like a space where everybody just comes to have a good time. And a lot of the times when you go to certain clubs or go to certain events, especially, it doesn't even have to be Pride events, but just regular events, you can kind of feel the crowd of people, and that really determines the night that you're gonna have. But the crowd that she brings out is just such a great crowd, and I've had the most amazing times. I'm not gonna lie, I went to Bain. I think I told the story a minute ago, or maybe I told it on the podcast, I'm not sure. But it was the only way to get in and out of Bain is through an elevator. So dangerous. That is the biggest fire hazard ever, but it's a beautiful space. They have a rooftop. It's beautiful. But the lines to get into the parties are astronomical because of how good of a party it is. And I remember I told my friend Matt, I was like, Matt, I really have to go to the bathroom. I really have to go to the bathroom right as we're walking into, about to get into the elevator. And he's like, Emily, you have to hold it. Just wait till you get to the venue. Just wait till you get up. Wait till the elevator is done. There's going to be a bathroom right there. Like, just run. And I was like, I cannot hold it. He's like, if you get off this line right now, you're going to have to wait another 30 minutes to get into the venue. It's not worth it. Just wait. Went into the elevator. I fully PP'd myself. I peed myself in the elevator. And thank God my friends were trying to like keep it real, like unconspicuous. And I promise you, I'm not a dirty bitch. I'm not dirty. I feel like I've talked so much about poo poo and pee pee on this podcast. Like, I promise you I'm not. It's just that when my body has to go, it has to go. Like, I can hold a little bit, but the whole time I was waiting online, I was holding. And I was like, okay, I just wazzed myself. Sorry. Still an amazing party though. I had a great time. Honestly, the elevator guy knew, and he was like, it's totally fine. Somebody threw up in here like 20 minutes ago. And I was like, oh, to be expected. It's Pride. It's a full month of parties. It is such an amazing time. Love anything with Bain. So if you're looking for a good party, I would suggest getting there a little early though, because the lines do get a little crazy. And Bain is a big space, but it's not humongous. So once it's packed, it's packed. So if you do look into that, I mean, go to Suzanne Barch's Instagram, and I think she posts all the flyers of the parties that she's going to be throwing throughout the city. I'm not sure if Boom Boom does anything, but if Boom Boom does do something, I think that's more so, the parties in Boom Boom are more so just like aesthetically pleasing. I think the venue is beautiful. The ambiance is beautiful. Like, it's a good party, but definitely Bain is like up there. Another one that is gonna kill me to say, but another must is $3 Bill in Brooklyn. It is in Brooklyn, although this is the only place I will go to in Brooklyn during Pride Month. That's it. During Pride Month, $3 Bill in Brooklyn is great party. It also really depends on the DJ there. But typically, it's all the bops and all the bips. Like, it is such a good party. There was one specific time, and this wasn't during Pride. This is just a queer bar. So the people that go there are queer, are part of the community. And I went for one of my cousin's birthday, and we were so excited. I think certain drag queens were going to show up. So we were just like super excited to go. And also, again, everything in Brooklyn closes at like 5 o'clock in the morning. So if you're looking for somewhere to end the night, and Manhattan is like closing down, go out to Brooklyn, go to $3 Bill. Great party. Again, this wasn't during Pride, but I was with a group of me and all my friends, my family, and everybody in my family, majority of the girls that were in the group there, we were all queer except for like maybe one person. And we were dancing on top of one of like these little, I don't even know, I think it just had like a random like podium thing in the middle of the dance floor. So me and my friends all got on, and we were like dancing, we were like having the time of our lives, we were listening to Britney Spears, we were living our best life. And a woman approaches me, and she's around my age, and she comes up to me, and she's like taps me on my shoulder and like tells me to get down. And I was like, okay, security, go off. So I get down, and I'm thinking security. I was like, oh, my bad. And she was like, oh, no, I don't work here. And I was like, oh, so the you telling me to get off the podium for? The hell? I'm living my best life up here. Like, I'm shaking my little butt over here. I'm shaking my bones. And she's like, are all of you queer? And I was like, what the? And I was like, yeah, everybody but like my one friend. Well, my one friend isn't. She's straight, but she's an ally. Why? I was like, yeah, why? She's like, oh, then she doesn't belong here. I said, what the hell? I said, wait. And I thought I misheard her, because I was like, wait, this is, are you being serious right now? And I thought she was joking, so I started laughing, and I was like, haha, we all don't belong anywhere. Like, just as like a joke. And she's like, no, I'm being for real. Like, she does not belong here. This is a queer bar. This is a queer club. Like, if I want to go up to somebody and like try to hook up with them, I don't want to get rejected because of the fact that they're straight. And I was like, wait. I literally was like taken aback, and I was like, wait, excuse me, what? And she's like, yeah, like if I want to go and hook up with somebody, like I'm not here to get rejected. So then I said, and I have never publicly said this on the internet, so hey, but I was like, well, I'm gay, I wouldn't fuck you, so does that mean I don't belong here? And she's like, that's not what I said. I said, no, that's dead what you said. You said that because she won't get with you because of the fact that she's straight, she doesn't belong here. I was like, even though these spaces were built to be safe havens for people that didn't have anywhere else to go. Like, we have felt those feelings of like you walk into a certain situation and you don't necessarily belong there. These spaces are not that. This is a welcoming space for everybody and anybody. All we ask is for people not to judge. And you're dead judging her. I was like, it's not, and it's different. If my friend was walking in here with a stink ass face and was like, what are these gays doing? The gays are trying to kill me. Like, no, we all have friends within the community, or if not, we are in the community. And I don't understand what the problem of her being here. If she's having a good time, she's not causing a mess. Like, she's not being a menace to society. She's not saying anything that would put anybody in harm's way. She's just here dancing like the rest of us. And also, like, why you gotta pick on us? Like, what? So now, what are you, the queer police? You have to come over and show your ID and show your gay card? Like, what? I'm confused. I was like, this is not that place. You're crazy. And she's like, I'm just saying, like, I don't want to be rejected. I don't want to be. And I was like, this sounds like you have a very like insecurity issue. I don't think you have an issue within like what people identify as. I'm not trying to make Brooklyn seem like this. Brooklyn has beautiful parts of it, but again, this is just like one of the many experiences of as to why I don't really like to be there. And I also think the crowd gets a little intense sometimes. They get into some stuff that I don't really like to get into. So again, but teach their own. If you have a great time and you're not being rude to anybody, who really cares? I don't care what you're deciding to do in your corner. I don't care what you're trying to smoke. I don't care what you're trying to put up your nose. I really don't care. May not be my cup of tea, but I'm here to have fun. If you're having fun and it's within your own way, that's all it is. And that, like, she just me off so bad. And keep in mind, I was wearing like 8-inch heels. So I was towering over this woman. I was looking down at her like my son. And I was like, don't you ever. She's like, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I was like, that's exactly what you meant. How many times have we been kicked out of places because they didn't want us to be here? And now you're doing it. And people were like, Emily, calm down. I said, it's not the point. I calmed down. But it's true. Like, we shouldn't return that energy with the same energy that we were once treated, like people within the community were once treated with. Like, that doesn't, it's like fighting fire with fire. It doesn't make sense. Nonetheless, great party though. Great party, amazing. With that said, no, but still, that didn't happen during Pride though. I will say that did not. I've never had an issue with this club during Pride, ever. Even the bartenders are, one thing I will say, when they say the gays are trying to kill you, they are trying to kill you. Those drinks, oh my God. If you want to go out and get the most bang for your buck, go to a gay club. Go to any LGBTQ like club. I promise you, 2 drinks in, you will get bodied. You will get so bodied, it's not even funny. Like, I was talking to the bartender and I was like, how's your night going? He's like, oh, good. Like, it's Pride, so we have to, do the most. And like, I'm really excited. Like, it's a great time to be in the city because it really does feel like the city just like livens up. And as he's talking to me, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to do a vodka soda. The whole time, he's just straight like Marty does. Marty has a heavy hand. This is a heavy hand. Just straight vodka in a cup. And then he grabbed the soda, wafted it on the top, and said, here you go. I said, oh, I mean, if I'm paying $15 for the drink, I might as well get the whole thing. Like, okay, great. But most bang for your buck. Most bang. Because a lot of straight clubs, like, even if you go to, like, Marquee or something, they'll give you like a little snap of vodka. The rest of it will be water, and they'll charge you like $20 for it. But like any gay club, oh my God. And the shots are not shots. Those are full glasses. Like, I think I got a shot that was like this big. And I was like, oh, I didn't want to double. He goes, no, baby, that's a shot. I said, oh my God. But I mean, we love it. That's what we're here to do. We're here to have a good time because we're not here for a long time. Love $3 bill. That one's a really good one. Another really good one, this is more like of a fashion one though, which I also really love, like the fashion Pride events with the Alice and Olivia events. Those are so much fun because of the fact that like you get all like the fashion girls to come out and it's about Pride, and they do a lot of stuff for New York Fashion Week as well. But for Pride specifically, it is just like a celebration of fashion, a celebration of honestly beauty in all its forms. Like, it is such an amazing thing because you get dressed up, you do the whole thing. And like sometimes when you go to different other parties, like for example, if you go to Parade, you're gonna see a lot of little booty short shorts, because I like to wear my little booty short shorts too to the Parade. And it's really like lax wear because you're spending the whole entire day there, so you want to make sure you're comfortable. But for the Alice and Olivia, like you dress up a little bit, and it's like the fashion Pride events, which I really appreciate. Those are a lot of fun. More than anything, my advice to you, if you do go do the Parade, be prepared to walk. Find a good spot, stick to that spot, and don't pivot too much from that spot because they close off so many of the streets that even to cross the street, you kind of have to wait because obviously the Parade is happening. But I did the Parade for the first like 2-3 years. I don't really go to the Parade as much anymore. Just because there's like so much stuff happening around the city. But it's a good like starting point if it's your first time in New York City in Pride, it's a very good starting point to come out, gather with your friends. There's bars all along the Parade route. So you go there, watch the Parade for a little bit, go inside a bar, get like a $5 shot, which they offer all the time, especially during Pride. And the gays love to drink. I mean, don't we all? But it's a really good like starting point to go off and like figure out what you're gonna do after that. Another one, these are like little smaller low-key bars though, like Industry, Rise. Those are like a little bit more, those are just straight gay clubs. But if you're not looking, I mean, I'm sure that brings out their own crowd, but I don't think it's as big as a crowd as like a Bain, because I feel like Bain is like pretty well known in New York, but Industry and Rise are more so of like, people know what they are, obviously, but I feel like you have better chances of going out there and getting in and spending more time there, as opposed to like a Bain. Industry and Rise, I absolutely love. That's like I go there usually when I'm like when I'm out with all my friends. I'm like, we don't really know where to go, but we don't want to spend like $1,000 at like Tao or Marquee. So we just go to Industry or Rise. Some of them have like their DJs offer, if you pay them like $5 on Venmo, they'll play your song and they'll put the music video up. Love that. That's my favorite club to go to. If you can pay the DJ $5 on Venmo him $5, send him a song, and it has the music video. They'll put the music video up and they'll put your song. Oh my God. I turned that place into a karaoke. I went to, I think, was it Rise or Industry? I don't remember. It was either one of those. I spent, and this isn't including alcohol, $350 on Venmo. On Venmo, $5. And at a point, I think he got agitated with me. So I started sending him $10 to play my song. I was like, please, don't call me Angel, Ariana Grande, Lana Del Rey, Miley Cyrus. Please put the music video. I know the choreography. I had to start sending him $10 with that. I spent not including drinks and anything else. But yeah, I love a good club that will take like music suggestions. Even though a lot of the times, a lot of the clubs they play, I mean, depending on what music you listen to, but for Pride, it's gonna be all the hits, all the girls, all the dolls, all the divas. I'm expected to hear a lot of Chaperone this year. I'm expected to hear so much Chaperone that I feel like I'm gonna probably turn into her with how much I'm probably gonna listen to her this upcoming Pride. I know I'm gonna hear Good Luck Babe, I think probably 50 times, where I'm most likely not gonna hear it in my dreams. We love Chapel. She's great. But she's definitely gonna be doing her rounds around New York City Pride parties, but not her herself. I'm talking about her music. I don't remember, maybe her. I don't know. She's probably busy. But I would try to think of any other, like, honestly, more than anything, my best advice is just to go out with a good group of people that wear comfortable shoes. Big thing, wear comfortable shoes. But more than anything, have a good time. These are like, again, I always say, like, it feels like the city, like the beast of the city reawakens every time like Pride happens. There's so much happening everywhere that even if you walk into a random bar, obviously depending on the area that you're in, because there are certain like hubs for everything. Anything in Hell's Kitchen, you're gonna have a great time. You're gonna have an amazing time. I've only ever heard about different prides around the country. Like, I heard a little bit about LA Pride, but I don't know. There's nothing like a New York City Pride. It really is like, especially since New York City nightlife is one of those top rated nightlives, because I mean, everything in Los Angeles closes at 2, but New York City Pride nightlife is like a whole nother beast. And if it's your first time, definitely check out the spots that I said. $3 Bill in Brooklyn, amazing. I think I went 1 year for Pride for Cubby Hole. I think I went one time for Pride, and I went with like 2 of my other friends. Also, if you're gonna go with friends, try to keep it a small group. If not, totally fine, it doesn't matter. But there are certain of these places that are really small. Like, there's a whole bunch of gay bars, but as far as like lesbian bars, there's not too many, which I think is absolutely crazy. I didn't realize that, but that is one of them. But because there's not too many, the lines there, expect the lines to be pretty intense. I think I waited like 45 minutes to an hour to get into Cubby Hole. Totally worth it. I was only there for less than an hour because it is a really tight space, but really good music, really good drinks. Also a really good thing to like experience if you've never been. That was my first time at a lesbian bar, and I got like the whole history of it while I was waiting online, and I was like, oh, I didn't even realize that there are not that many like spaces like this. But Bain, probably put Bain at like the top. Anything Suzanne Barch, amazing. Alice and Olivia is more for like, it's more like fashion Pride. I feel like it's New York Fashion Week meets Pride. That's kind of what I think of like the Alice and Olivia parties. I'm excited. I think I'm like trying to, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of Pride for me is like kind of a blur. So I usually go to like the same places every year, but those are probably going to be all like my top ones. I'm sure I missed so many of them, and I'm sure there's like countless more that I could probably are deserving to be on the list. These are just the ones that I've been to and I go to pretty much every year. Industry and Rise again are a little bit more low key, but still a really good time. There's another place, but I'm not going to find it. this is one that we usually go to like after like events or something in the city. This is like a gay bar or a gay club. It's kind of like a gay lounge. I'm not even gonna lie. So, but I don't remember where. I don't remember what it's called. But that was another one. But if there are any more that I missed on this list, which I'm sure I did, please leave your recommendations down below for anybody else. If it's your first New York City Pride, hopefully these recommendations do you well. But yeah, I also want to know, like, what does everybody else do for Pride? I know a lot of people like to do the parade, which is also, honestly, if you're 18, 19, or 20 years old and you can't get into the clubs, can't get into the bars, the parade is just as much fun. Like, it's so much fun to just be able to be there, and there's so much happening all over the place. It's so much fun. I've also done Pride not going into any bars or clubs and just doing the parade. So if that's what you want to do, by all means. There's also a lot of like stuff happening around there. There's different shows happening. I know a lot of like really big popular queens come out during this time, and they show up and show out. So if you are gonna come to the city, or if you are in the city celebrating Pride, first and mostly, happy Pride. That's the biggest thing. Have a great time. Be safe, and drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water. Drink so much water. Please, for the love of God. Like, for the love of God, drink so much water. Also, it's going to get hot. Ooh. For whatever reason, every time Pride happens, it's just like scorching heat because it's hot and sexy. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else. Nothing's coming to top of mind, but those are definitely my top ones. Again, if you have any recommendations or spots that you love, that you think that everybody should take at least a visit to, leave it in the comments below, or gatekeep and comment that you're going to gatekeep, in which case I hit you up on the side and be like, where are you gatekeeping? Because I also want to know. The city is huge, so I'm sure there's so many others. But happy Pride, everybody. If you see me in the streets, you didn't. And yeah, that's it. Happy Pride. I'll see you guys.